Assalamualaikum. Test, test. Okay, Samai Raya. Welcome to the stream. Kuat tak bunyi? Okay, ni kita dekat High Island. Yeps. Sekali kita kena buat quest siasat kehilangan kapal. Ada kapal hilang, so kita kena siasat. So di sini, sini dan sini.
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a
Dua sendok, dua sendok. Dah kat mana? Kan? Mana dia?
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Bah! I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them. Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them.
Macam tak percaya cakap dia. Macam voice takut lah.
They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine. To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they left a few nights behind to watch the shallows. Good luck to you, traveler.
Tabib itu. Lawa agak ni. Boleh tahan map ni. Oh, nice. Nigh on within the next few days, several ships will be damaged on the approach to the Raya. Oh, ada orang dah tahu. Ada orang sengaja hancurkan kapal. See? Gila boleh tahan lawa tempat ni. Lawa kak. Welcome to the stream.
I lost a brother to Captain Blackheart and his murderous crew. Thank you for serving them justice.
We are in new place, High Island. We are investigate the ship incident, ship loss, sunken ship incident. We are investigating it. Siasat kehilangan kapal-kapal yang hancur. Ada someone sabotage kapal-kapal.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something. Hail, friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay? I came to High Isle to trade. Getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice. A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active in the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers is what I speak. And now I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls. Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Sisters Guard and knows a lot.
Sisters Isle.
If I'm going to be ruined, I don't have to be sober when it happens. When are the nobles going to do something about those damn rogue knights?
So kat sini nobles lah berkuasa.
No ghosts haunt my rooms, and no rats foul these premises. So please, stay a while. Buy some beverages. Listen to our fine bard.
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards. We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island. Just that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks. They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people. Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink. Ordinary bandits, the Sisters Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order Ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back. Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order Knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody. Something else, newcomer?
Baik, kita nak pergi atas.
This is not good. Rigert needs help. Again.
Dia kat mana? Kat mana?
Don't get any of them on you. You saved me. Those
Tak ada
crabs were going
cheating.
to
Pembohong gila.
touch my legs with their disgusting shells. Not another one! No! Not another crab!
Tiba dia besar. Wih, bapak. Mana? Tu je. Macam mana naik atas? Sedap. Sedap. Bisa akan habis lah.
House to Fort seeks able Marines to drive the Sea Elf menace from our shore. Ah, seeking a commission with the Honorable House to Fort? We need able hands to rid the Sisters of a menace we've endured for too long. We are prosecuting a war against the Dreadsail pirate fleet, and the Admiral ordered me to gather as many capable fighters as I can muster for a landing party. Need about a dozen, all told. You can use the dinghy there to ferry your party to the flotilla's flagship, the Loft Imperium. Report to Purser Ashcroft, and she'll see that you're accounted for. Just that it's incredibly dangerous. The Dreadsails are some of the nastiest pirates we've ever seen, and their pillaging has gotten out of control in recent months. And it's no wonder the Admiral is out for blood.
Ni dungeon quest ke? Oh fuck, trial punya. Tak lepas kat trial first time.
Attention, Marine. There's fighting to be done. Let me have a look at you, Marine. Yes, like a fine addition to the assault force. We only have time to land a few of you, so every fighter we send has to count for 10. The death or capture of Talaria, the fleet queen of the Dreadsail pirates. She's the linchpin holding those bloodthirsty sea elves together, and the greatest obstacle standing between our navy and the elimination of these pirates. Once the Duport flotilla has engaged the Dreadsail fleet, this vessel will take you within striking distance of their island base. Make landfall, find Talaria, and subdue her before she can bring her magic to bear on our ships. We'll be engaging the enemy momentarily. Prepare as you need and get on deck. This ship will be a sitting duck until you're underway. So make it quick. She's the scourge of the Sisters Archipelago. One of the Sea Elves' most powerful conjurers. A sea mage. Her storms have sunk many a warship in pursuit of her fleet. We hope cornering her on land may tip the scales in our favor. I've had the misfortune of clashing with her fleet on many occasions. We've lost more ships to her waves and gales than to honest warfare. The only way this attack stands any chance of success is if you stop her. We've only spied it from afar. It's a craggy rock full of tunnels that these wharf rats have turned into a warren. We'll get you as close as we can, but the shallows are full of jagged rocks and coral waiting to take a bite of our hull. Our flotilla will do its best to draw the Sea Elves' attention, but you should expect scores of pirates to stand between you and the Fleet Queen. They'll also have trained sea beasts at their beck and call. Victory will be hard won. They've been a nuisance for years, but the losses suffered going after them always outweighed the benefits of victory. That changed in recent months. The dread sails have been striking waterways all over the Sisters in small, well-coordinated groups.
Huh?
Aye. Talaria has split her fleet into small attack groups to hit as many shipping lanes as she can. We've tried to catch them out in smaller numbers, but their groups maneuver in perfect concert with each other.
Boleh ke buat trial ni? Macam tak lepas je.
Deadsail Reef is just a short swim off the starboard side, through the mist. Good hunting, Marines.
Mana nak buat? Kerja. Lepas ke tak lepas? Tak lepas. Look at these people. Oh shit. Oh shit. Loh, tak lepas. Memang tak lepas lah. Salah macam mana? Oh tu.
Oh, a traveler. Thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me. I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this tower's light will remain dark. This lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself. But without the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Alas, the idol was stolen. Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon? They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them, and may the wind guide you. Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, to be returned. It is marvelous, is it not? This is actually the second beacon to stand atop Gonfalon Head. It dates back to the early 1st century. When I assumed my duties here, the tower was in poor repair. Dangerous, even. When Duchess Alea Dufort assumed her father's duties a few years ago, she ordered a complete renovation of the structure. I'm sure she wanted to protect trade in Gonfalon Bay, but she spared no expense in rebuilding the lighthouse. Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, so it must be returned.
Dia banyak cabang. Dia yang cabang yang engineering dia tak ada.
Oh, kapal tergerak.
Nak pun dia nak sihir. Dah lama kan.
Yo, man. Dia tak boleh. What the fuck is that?
Orang pula. Dia bila macam mana? Orang macam mana? Dia bila dekat stable. Kalau kita ability,
Oh, jumpa. Jeez. Dah. Tempat macam ni.
Dia kalau regulation dia regulate tak ke dalam law kan? Dia ada tapi dia tak boleh apa ni, dia tak boleh
Kambing kau terbakar.
apa untuk maintain kan. Itu sebab kena ambil
You return, and with the idol. Place it here, and I shall call forth its light. Mother Kinnereth, this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea.
Wow.
I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? A blessing, perhaps. Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course? Aminos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed. The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? Troubling thought indeed.
Dah bodohnya diorang ni. Of course dah nak bagi kapal tenggelam.
Wind guide you, traveler. I hope you find the answers you seek.
Yeah, I am most studying. Mana peta? Hilang dah peta gue. Oh shit. Come on. Oh, kat luar. Siapa bikin narik dia ni?
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them?
Badan sakit lah. Tak makan.
Dia painkiller lah. Ubat ni. Kalau kita makan.
Bukan.
Dia gila dia kot.
Dia
Darken the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinrath in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the Rogue Knights.
Kiranya Ascendant Order ni tak percayakan ni lah ni. Tak percayakan Daedric Prince, dewa dalam game ni.
The Ascendant Order? Here? I heard rumors of knights troubling folk outside of town, but I had no idea they were the culprits. I've had dealings with the Order before. This doesn't bode well. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows?
Noob gila dia ni. Takkan dia tak tahu. Tak payah jadi kata polis.
It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too.
Apa benda lah kargo dia kat. Mesti benda penting. Mesti macam weapon ke, macam super weapon ke. Takkan duit pula kan.
jadi kena bela lah. Dulu makan dah ambil. Jadi makan dulu kan itu.
Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west. The Ascendant Order models itself after other knightly orders, but they're nothing but terrorists. They claim to stand against those who would subjugate the nations of Tamriel under imperial rule, but I suspect they plan to take power for themselves. They are well funded and have a strong presence on the mainland. They proclaim a powerful message about greedy rulers and costly wars, but it's mostly rhetoric. Not that the common folk see that. Our conference makes a tempting target, I'm sure. Valencia of the Mages Guild is a dear friend. We shared a few adventures when she was starting out, and I called upon her when I needed help with the conference. She enchanted the invitation medallions the delegates require to attend the conference. I only met Guild General Quentin when he arrived. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but the war has cost him dearly. He lost his wife in a raid. I understand why the Fighters Guild chose to send him to the conference.
Fighter Guild ni kalau dalam Genshin macam Adventure Guild lah.
Pun tak ada cari apa-apa lah. Cuma kontribuat je lah. Kita je lah buat. Daripada kita apa? Daripada apa?
Her name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along. Ah, you caught that, did you? My...
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you?
Mati
Do
dia
you
nampak.
need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
Poultice ni macam bubur lah, bubur jagung.
Tapi maintain pakai steroid ni lah. Tapi dia tak ambau dah bawah merah tak. Tapi dia balik.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once. A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map. I saw a band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous. Oh, you find druids throughout the Sisters Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived. Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock. They lost. Driven into exile, the Druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the Druids. The Weird are Breton witches. They follow teachings and practices that share a common ancestry with the Druids. Whereas we left the mainland, they remained behind to safeguard the forests of High Rock. We have more in common than we have differences. The biggest that you would notice is that the Weirds are all female, while we Druids accept all genders in our ranks. And we organize in circles of common beliefs, while the Weird Sisters form covens.
I see.
We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifray, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the Weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal. No, friend. We know the weird, and we respect their beliefs. Druids and Weiruses are two branches that grow from the same tree. But we are called to be in this world, not to withdraw from it. Some circles see it differently, of course. Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifre's will differently, but druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonewall Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work. Yes, travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders.
I see. But info.
I warned them that the rogue knights were dangerous, but they insisted on going to investigate. And Valencia assured me that she and Quentin could take care of themselves. I hope you find them well and unharmed.
Okay, let's go find them. Tapi Aichan dah mati dah. Oops. Kena. Bila detect.
Over here. I could use some help. You're the one Lady Arabelle spoke to at the docks, aren't you? You volunteered to help investigate the ships that failed to reach port. It's good to see a friendly face, especially after what just happened. Guild General Quentin accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quentin was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quentin and knocked me senseless. They captured Quentin. I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us? And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quentin. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut. No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out? the ships. How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference. They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated. If they recognized us as delegates, there's all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an option. But who can really say what those helmeted bastards are thinking?
Helmet bastard.
Lady Arabelle and I had dealt with them on the mainland. The Order tried to stop the conference by striking at delegates before they even left Tamriel. We stopped them, but not before the previous guild delegate was killed. Then they appointed me. I came to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics, and Quentin decided to tag along. When Ravana told us about rogue knights, I feared it might be the Ascendant Order. Quentin wanted to investigate. Turned out I was right. No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find? Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate? If they recognized us as delegates, there's all... Lady Arabelle and I had dealt with them on the mainland. The Order tried to stop the
Nice, hello dun. Kung mo kasapo. Apa ni? Wah gila tu kan. Awal-awal.
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to find your friend.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. Seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quentin, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away. I enchanted the invitation medallions that each delegate carries, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quentin.
I see.
Now let me see. They move to north and east, across the loch. I see a chapel, crypts, maybe abandoned. No question, Quentin is there. Lady Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scrying, but I wasn't able to detect anything. No, we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin. I'll meet you at Lady Arabelle's little pavilion. What she calls her field office, I believe. Report back to Lady Arabelle and tell her about Quentin's plight. I'll be along shortly. I want to try to convince Ravana to take shelter at Stonelaw Grove one more time. While the Ascendant Order is active, she is in danger out here by herself.
Best of luck finding your friend. A rogue order of knights causing havoc across the island is bad enough, but this sounds worse than I imagined. A dark storm gathers over High Isle. I will warn my circle and ask them to be on guard.
Kita rehat jap nama ni. Sekejap. Nak pergi mindset jap. Alright, I'm back. Macam-macam lah pakai ilmu zaman sekarang ni. Sekejap, kita kena buat apa? Oh, patah balik. Lawan tempat ni. Bagus lah diorang buat dunia ni. Salah.
That sounds like a Bane chapel, but only one medallion is there.
Sekolah Keempat tu sekolah rendah tu sekolah apa? Duduk asrama mana lah? Oh. Percutian lama tu ikut tak dia. Kelas babu-babu gitu. Ada yang dulu. Ada yang semua dua lah, ada tak ada yang menarik. Dia ni satu batch tu. Dia satu kelas, satu batch.
Sorry, baca message pasal cerita mandrem hantu. Susah zaman sekarang ni ada bomo.
Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission, my dear?
Of course, I will help you, my dear.
Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Reach stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure. Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing delegates. I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel. I said you deserve the truth. Lord Bacaro invited the Alliance leaders here for peace talks. He hopes to end the Three Banners War. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Meet me at the chapel north of the lock.
What the fuck? Habis tu kenapa kalau Ascendant Order tak suka perang, kenapa dia nak gagalkan peace talk ni? Bodohnya Ascendant Order.
We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the lock. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight. Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Besides, we have to risk it. Both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders. We know their medallions aren't there, but they could have lost them at sea. Regardless, if the Ascendant Order uses the chapel as a hideout, we may learn something about their plans, or a clue as to where to search for the Alliance leaders, perhaps. Not a student of politics, mate. We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the lock. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight. Not a student of politics, my dear. I understand completely. They're the leaders of the alliances vying for the Ruby Throne. Well, Irene and Emmerich lead 2 of the alliances. Ernskar is the son of Yoren the Skald King, who leads the 3rd. You poor dear. You must pay more attention to current events. Queen Irene leads the Aldmeri Dominion, High King Emmerich the Daggerfall Covenant, and Prince Ernskar represents the Ebonheart Pact, the opponents in the aptly named Three Banners War. It's complicated. The Ruby Throne sits vacant, and the Tamrielic Empire lacks an emperor. None of the alliances can stomach the idea that one of the others might win the throne. It's a wonder Bacaro and I got them to agree to these peace talks.
Oops. Siap dah tu punya direction macam waste. Ada message.
Dia bagi 1 tahun dulu. Bagi 1 tahun dulu. Tahun 3 kali kot. Tapi bila ada ambil baju sebab tu, ambil lah baju kalau buat, tak ada.
Benda ni macam biasa. What the fuck? What the fuck? Tiba-tiba ada macam dakso pula. Ada ring ke apa? Oh, lah, itu je reward dia. Saya tak guna je. Oh, oh, ingatkan bos. Uish, tempatnya macam cool juga.
There, it's open. Got any more locks you need picked? How about you, Valencia?
I think not, thank you.
Now's not the time to come. Let's see what awaits us down in the crypts.
I can't pinpoint the exact location of Quentin's medallion. He could be anywhere in here.
I'll scout ahead. Maybe someone should watch the door in case anyone follows us.
I'll keep watch. Be careful.
Aw, I knew you cared.
Quentin is our priority. But keep your eyes open. Who knows what the Ascendant Order left lying about? Let's take a look around, carefully. Guild General Quentin is here somewhere, and we might be able to find out more about what the Ascendant Order is really after on High Isle.
Yang tadi duduk dekat pintu, tak takut. Sakit ni. Dah. Testing.
Taman Kasih dia dah lain lah. Dia dulu baru 2-3 tahun lepas pokok tumbang. Dia tutup jalan tu, dia tumbang jalan. Dia tutup jalan tu biar memang jalan untuk orang yang jalan kaki je. Jadi dia buat jalan baru. Macam dia buat. Dulu situ yang dekat Taman Kasih tu ada MRSM kan. Tapi outing tu ada sekali nampak tu. MRSM dengan apa tu? Sultan
Aduh, kalau isu tanah ni. Okay, jap. Sorry, I'm back. So, let's continue. We are finding a missing delegate. Ada delegates yang tengah hilang. Delegates daripada tanah besar. Oh, lupa ada orang. Apa ni? Ya je fighting for the common folk. Tapi kau pergi rompak common folk. Pembohong yang si order ni. Kalau tak nak three banners war, kenapa kau colik 3 orang delegate? Diorang dah lah nak discuss untuk peace. Mengepek ada Ascend Order ni. Semua ni propaganda je.
Ascendant Order propaganda. Don't be taken in. They are not as benevolent as they want you to think. No sign of Quentin yet, though. We should keep going.
Duit senang je habis.
Memang ibu jabat yang telefon.
Seorang kena istilah tu dia jadi apa?
Tengok. Kalian. Kathleen, Kozo, Zaji. Zaji pun ada. Oh, raja-raja tu tak ada. Dia ada captain je. Oh, raja-raja dengan queen ni dah lari, dah sempatlah selamatkan diri sebelum kapal tu tenggelam. Abandon ship, death place.
The Ascendant Order has the captains of our missing ships. But where are the Alliance leaders?
Betul.
First things first. Clear the path to the South Crypts, please. We must rescue the captains and hope that Quentin is with them. According to that document, the captains of our missing ships are being held here. But then where are the delegates? We need to find the captains as well as Quentin. Let's make our way to the crypts south of here.
Okay. Roger, mother. Nak lawan dengan Knight. Ke Dragon Knight kot. Taklah. Yo, lawannya tempat ni.
Lady Arabelle.
Helene, Zaji, Zuzo. Thank the Divines are all right. But where are the delegates?
Apologies, my lady. We lost our charges.
Zaji is not all right.
Not to spoil the reunion, but we're about to get company.
Jakan, free the captains. Friend, keep the Ascendant Order at bay.
Ingat kau siapa?
Buy us some time.
Bagus gila mod ni. Boleh bagi tahu masa bila dia attack ni. Dia have timing. A very good mod. Ni sini. Siapa attack? Oh, ada. Sini. Cepat buka. Oh, ada lagi. Gila. Ni makan dia.
Stupid thing won't. Wait, got it.
Collect Valencia and get the captains to safety, Jakan. We'll find Quentin.
The Knights took Quentin away not long ago. I think they're questioning him now.
Then we must hurry. Come, my friend.
Jom. Kita cek. Seorang lagi. Si berasa lapar pula. Mana? Nah, tu makan dia. Nah. Power juga polis. Okay. Yeah, takkan bawa banyak kali.
Down there. It's Quentin. Let's listen and try to figure out what's going on.
A new age of peace is upon us. An age of free peoples.
Lah, tertarik ni pula. Tertarik dia. Sini.
I am with you. How can I help?
The Order is trying to recruit Quentin? We have to put a stop to this.
Kita nak kalahkan dorang dengan bergaya. So kita kena bergaya sikit.
Kawan-kawan dengan kita juga lah.
Yang duduk apa tu ke?
I kawan dia dah sudah tinggalkan.
Oh, dia kat sini.
Seko gi. Ah, shit, gagal.
Each delegate carries a medallion like this one.
No,
Serves both an invitation and
shit.
I want you to kill the meddling investigator nipping at our heels.
Dah, pecah rahsia terus. Bangang lah Quentin ni.
Oh, Quentin. I guess you've made your choice.
Kita nak selamatkan kau Quentin. Bangang Quentin. Siap kau jari je
I don't know what to make of that. Quentin is clever enough to feign an interest in joining them, but that didn't feel like an act. He lost his wife in the war, and he never got over that. Still, we can't leave him here with those terrorists.
Okay, fine. As your order, I'm just a soldier. Going to save Quentin. Tapi mana jalan keluar dia? Mana jalan keluar dia? Oh, ada ni. Quentin ni kalau kau cepat sangat kau ni. Send order. Stress pula gue.
Here is your chance, Quentin. Stop these fools and strike a blow.
Bodoh kau Quentin. Silap ah. Kau tak kenal aku siapa.
For the Ascendant Order!
We can't allow the General to stop us. I'm sorry it came to that, but well fought, my friend. Let's speak outside.
Bodoh Quentin. Kalau kau sabar sikit. Sian dia.
I didn't expect Guild General Quentin to turn on us, and I certainly didn't desire his death. It seems sympathy for the Ascendant Order is more widespread than I knew. We must be cautious, particularly with whom we choose to trust going forward. Do I expect it? No. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard
Macam Hydra
This
Ascendant
venture
Order ni.
wasn't a complete failure, though. We rescued the
Hydra.
captains of our missing ships. We need to find out what happened at sea and what befell the Alliance leaders. To Mandrake Manor, my home in Gontalon Bay. I'll mark it on your map. Jacan, Valencia, and I have been using my townhouse as a base of operations. I'm confident that it is as safe from the Ascended Order as any other location we might choose.
Macam Hydra ataupun macam cerita Night Shift tu kat Netflix.
Oh, the name comes from a book I'm rather fond of. I bought the manor to serve as my home in retirement, and I keep a few mementos of my career there. Meet me there, my dear, and we'll see what our rescued captains have to say about all this.
Sekejap. Oh, the name come from book. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I think kita end sampai sini kot. Nanti kita bagi rumah dia beraya.
To think the Ascendant Order accomplished all this. I thought the plans I'd put in place were so clever. How far does this Ascendant Lord and his Nemesis reach extend, I wonder?
Kau pandang
Let's
rendah
speak
sangat
further at
dekat
Mandrake
security.
Manor. I'll see you there.
Kau presiden, kau punya plan bangang. Patut kau akan jagalah semua. Dah tahu rumah api tu penting, adalah standby guard kat situ. Dah tahu tempat ni banyak lanun, ada kuasa magic boleh bagi ribut. Kau standby lah 2-3 kapal escort. In case kalau kena ribut, ada kapal belakang backup untuk selamatkan. Aduh, macam mana kau plan? Lepas tu kau dah standby orang kat tepi-tepi pantai ke, in case kalau kapal tu memang tenggelam. Aduh, kau punya salah, kau punya mistake. Sekarang tanggung lah. Sedap, memang sedap lah laksami tu. Ni mini Izzat yang basuh. Tadi tanya Ain. Dia ke tangan Izzat ke? Oh, sedap. Tapi laksami tu memang sedap. Tak makan laksa, tapi laksami yang adik aku buat sedap. So, what should we do? Jalan-jalan dulu lah.
Get away from me, stupid thing!
Oh, benda ni. Kenapa kau?
Is it gone? Steer clear of Tor Drayok, stranger. Those strange moats are everywhere. I saw one of them turn a cow into a person. I'm getting out of here before one of them gets me. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a farm animal.
Yo, Riza. Semaya. Selamat Hari Raya. What's wrong?
I don't know. I was just trying to cut through the area around the old wizard's tower there when I spotted those strange moats. It was chaos. Unnatural things started happening, and then one of the moats started chasing me. No, not that I've ever seen. And I take that shortcut almost every day. The Magister who lives there and his Khajiit assistant, Ember, are nice enough. I hope they're all right. I'm not crazy enough to go back. You look brave. Maybe you could?
Alright, I'll go see. Jangan risau bro, I cover you. Saya hehe. Jom, uish. Datang attack ni. Banyak pula binatang ni. Lawa tempat ni. Serius, lawa tempat baru ni. Dia adalah setiap kampung.
you don't mind me saying so, but you look like someone who's good at cleaning up messes. I've got a big one for you, if you're up for it. I'd pay you for your time, but I need someone quick on their feet. This mess is turning into a crisis. I was experimenting with a spell while my mentor, Magister Iren, was away, but the magic went awry. If it doesn't get dealt with, it's going to spread beyond this area and harm a bunch of innocent people. I can't fix it
dia
on
lah
my
punca
own,
lalat hijau tu.
so I need help. I need to develop a counterspell, but first their protective wards around the area need to be restored by someone other than myself, so I don't taint the magic. That's where you come in. Like I said, if you help, I can pay. Hold still. You'll need this unless you want to spend the next few hours as a sheep. Not as glamorous as it sounds. And here, take these crystals. You'll need them to restore the wards. The first one is in the meadow just up the hill to the north. Mostly they serve to keep errant magic inside Tordriak's boundaries. You know, the standard 3 points of protection thing. Unfortunately, my spell kicked those wards in the teeth. They're not protecting anything now. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their creator, intentionally or not. Messing with forces already attuned to you can have unpredictable results. Exactly. Magic is powerful and great and all that, but it can be pretty sensitive. Fussy, Magister Iren likes to say. And since my spell is already wreaking havoc across Tordrea, I'd rather not take any unnecessary risks while fixing it. The name's Ember. Well, technically it's a nickname, but it's all I use. I'm Magister Iren's apprentice. I think he regrets taking me on sometimes, but he's got a big heart. He saw that I had no formal training and told me to come here to learn.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
Online dah sampai Bal. Bal ada bantu tidak?
Okay.
This is Tordreak. There's a big wizard's tower, you can't miss it. I've been living there with Magister Iren, plus a few people who keep up the grounds and the tower itself. All of whom have been affected by my spell, I'd guess. The spell I created has my magical mark on it, if that makes sense. There are certain types of magic that can be affected by their creator, intentionally or not. Messing with forces already attuned to you can... Exactly. All you have to do is place those crystals I gave you on the 3 protective wards. It'll be easy, I promise. Mostly trying to keep anything with ill intent away from you. My errant spell seems to be affecting the creatures around Tordreak in all kinds of ways. Things that were once docile might be a little, grumpy right now.
let's settle. Aduh, kalau ada batu api memang susah. Well, berani nak. Nak pergi sana, salah satu syarat dia ialah mampu.
Here we are. I'm going to cast them. That's one ward restored. Let's go fix the next one. It's in the glade just west of here. I really should have paid more attention to Magister Iran when he was explaining how these protective wards work. I should have paid more attention to him in general, actually. The next one is in the glade. It's just across the way to the west. Unfortunately, no. The wards are just to keep the unstable magic inside the bounds of Tordrea. That way, I can work on a counterspell without worrying about the original spell spreading. Magister Iran made sure I knew what they were and what purpose they served as soon as he took me on as an apprentice. He wanted me to be familiar with as much as Tordrea as possible, or at least the parts that keep it safe.
Lawa gila tempat ni. Serius lawa. Easy. One more.
Here we are. I'll make sure nothing gets in our way while you place the warding crystal. Oh, you're a natural. Maybe you should have been Magister Iran's apprentice.
Ah, so funny.
Thank you.
Dah balik menyawa tak betul? Betul. Yes. Tak lah, bukan semua orang boleh pergi. Oh, what the fuck is this? Dah.
This is the last one. Let's get this over with quick. Please, that's all the wards. Let's talk outside. I need to figure out what to do next.
Nasib baik aku ada.
Stupid moats! I know my rogue spell is to blame for most of the weirdness happening around Raya, but it almost seems like these damned moats are becoming dangerous. They're doing more than just mischievous magic. Fish biscuits! We need to figure this out! I'm not sure. The moats aren't new. They're always hanging around Raya. I think they're drawn to places like this. But there was nothing in my spell that should have made them act malevolent. And there are a lot more around than usual. Yes, I can make traps to contain them, but I'm still worried about their behavior. While I work on the traps, could you head into the tower and look to Magister Erin's things? He might have a book with more information about the moats. See if you can find anything in the tower about the moats. I'll meet you there and start on the traps.
Tahu ni. Alright, boleh, tak ada hal.
This is ridiculous. I knew Magister Erin should never have taken in a mangy cat like you.
Relax, Hildressa. I'm working on it.
You better work fast, because when Magister Erin... What the... Oh!
Oi, sudah.
Alright, that was a little funny.
Weh, tukar dia balik jadi orang.
I forgot to put an enchantment on Hildressa to protect her from the magic. Well, don't look at me like that. It wasn't on purpose. Oh, these moats are becoming a real knot in my tail. I'll work on these traps while you rifle through Magister Erin's things. One of those moats got to her. Thankfully, it was just one of the mischievous ones. It turned her into a guar. Don't worry, it's just an illusion. She'll be disoriented but unharmed. In fact, I think some time as a reptile might be good for her.
Okay.
I think so. I'm using a variation of something I was already working on. I enchanted a bit of silver for each of them. It's simple. When a moat gets near one of the traps, it should suck it up like... The original idea was an olive branch for Hildressa, a spell that cleans up dust. My magicka practice kicks up a lot of the stuff, so I wanted to make something that would help her out a bit. I'll make the traps using the same design. To be fair, she didn't like me first. When Magister Erin came in, Hildressa didn't waste any time deciding I was a no-good street urchin who's too impulsive for her own good. She's not entirely wrong, but she never even gave me a chance. Magister Erin knows what he signed up for. Taking me on, I'll admit it's no small feat, but he's never judged me for being the way I am, which is why I don't want to disappoint him by ruining his tower with unhinged magic. He does a lot for me.
Irene dia laki.
I forgot to put an enchantment on Hildressa to protect her from the magic. I'll get to work on the traps for the moats. Good thoughts only.
Mana pintunya? Oh. Sorrow of the Wind. Oh, diorang baca seal. Oh.
You in here? Did you? I finished the traps. Once we set them up, they should take care of the moats. Then I can sort out the livestock in Hildressa, and at some point create a counterspell to fix everything for good. Did you learn anything useful? Oh, I read that one with the wind sorrow lady, right? What if my spell disturbed her and that's why the moats are acting up? That's troubling. And also a problem for future Ember. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Or two things, actually. The traps are finished, but the livestock and Hildressa are still a problem. I want to figure out a way to return them all to their natural forms before the illusion does any damage. Could you set the traps while I do that? Here, I'll mark some places to set the traps. They're in a pack by the work tables outside. While you do that, I'll figure out how to fix the livestock and Hildressa. Then I can work on my counterspell. Meet me by the livestock pens when you're done. Good luck setting up the traps. I'll meet you by the livestock pens when you're finished.
Alright. Janganlah risau nah.
Alright, let's get you two back to your regular chicken selves. I knew it would work. Run along, ladies. You're back. The traps worked, didn't they? See? I told you I know what I'm doing. Mostly. Speaking of which, I think I figured out a way to return the livestock to their original forms. I made something. I know it looks like a spoon, but, well, technically it is a spoon, but I enchanted it. And I call it the Spoon of Undo. I just tested it on those chickens. It removes the illusions perfectly. Normally I wouldn't bother, but illusions can be disorienting and cause terrible headaches. I don't want any of the animals suffering while I come up with my counterspell. Oh, and Holdressa. I suppose I don't really want her suffering either. Here, take the Spoon of Undo. If you could run around and fix the livestock and Holdressa, that will give me a chance to finally whip up this counterspell. By the time you're finished, I'm sure I'll have something figured out. Just look around for people making animal noises. I'm sure they won't be hard to find. And tell them I'm sorry when you change them back, would you? As for Holdressa, I'm all in favor of leaving her as a guard. Just kidding. Kind of. It sounds cute when you say it. It's a pretty simple reversing enchantment. It should counteract the magic from the motes and dispel the illusion. Basic stuff. Not even I can mess up. Well, they're still animals. They might run around a bit, but I doubt they'll make it too difficult for you. They're not exactly geniuses. Personally, if I was a sheep and got turned into a human, I think I'd go off on an adventure. I wasn't trying to turn animals into people, I swear. I had a theory about animating the inanimate. One of Magister Iren's texts gave me the idea. That's probably why he locks so many of his books away, now that I think about it. Well, I'm hoping to avoid that scenario. But if it does happen, I'm not sure. He's an odd one. I'm too old for him to punish, and he's not really the type to dole out discipline anyway. I think he'd be disappointed, which is so much worse. I'll be in the tower working on the counterspell. Come find me when you're done.
Okay. Aku cek lembu. Mana kau lembu? Oh shit. Mana psikologi ni? Lagi mana? Lari mana bro?
Gila macam bapak aku. Buat banyak itu juga.
Weh, lari mana? Lari mana?
Was I just a guar? This is all... Oh, I feel strange. It was quite unpleasant. Thank you for saving me. I know I'm nothing to gawk at, but I prefer to look like this instead of a guar. All right. She made me look like a guar. What do you think? I told Magister Aaron that Emma was trouble the moment she showed up. Trouble, I said. But did he listen? There wouldn't be anything to work out if that careless Kashid would listen more and mind her elders. She's brash and often quite rude. I am standing here talking to you. I'm going back to my kitchen and I may just have a glass of brandy.
I assume he'll dress us back to her charming self. I've run into a problem. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that I've nearly finished my counter spell, but I need to find a tome called The Mirrored Way to complete it. I know Magister Aaron has it, but it's not with the rest of his books. That's the bad news. Because if The Mirrored Way isn't with the rest of his things, it's probably locked away in his arcane library. The library he specifically forbids me from entering. The tome I need has to be in there. Without it, I can't make the counter spell. Magister Aaron has warned me not to enter his library 1,000 times. But these are special circumstances. There will probably be some magical traps inside meant to keep me out. So I'll need your help getting the book while I deal with them. Once we find the Mirrored Way in Magister Aaron's library, I can finish my counter spell. I just hope the old man wasn't serious about putting something dangerous inside to keep me out. He was definitely kidding. Had to be. Come on, let's go. Not sure. I picked the lock on the place as soon as I figured out he didn't want me getting in there. He's since put up protections and told me to stay out unless I have his permission. I'm sure he's got some kind of ward or barrier set up. It wasn't hard. Mages like Magister Aaron tend to think in very magical ways. They'll put magic reinforcements over every inch of the place, but forget a few pins and a good ear can foil them. And to be fair to him, I'm a very good lockpick.
Dasar kucing.
Necessity. I wasn't exactly raised in the lap of luxury, not even in the lap of genteel poverty for that matter. You get good at things like that if you don't want to be hungry, or caught by guards or angry merchants. Follow me. The library is downstairs. Give me just a moment to pick the lock. All right, let's get in and out as quick as we can. I don't sense anything. Maybe the old man was bluffing.
Apa benda tu?
Fish biscuit! This is very targeting me. I'll figure out a way down. You just focus on getting the book.
Kebab sakit. What the fuck is this?
That's it, you got it! Now, let's get out of here before I set off something else.
Nyusahkan betul lah kucing ni.
Magister Irin really didn't want me getting in there, huh? I have to admire the dedication. I didn't know the old man had it in him. He had something to target me specifically. What a sneaky old ghost. Good thing I had you with me. You managed to get the book, right? Let me see it. Let me take a look. No, not that. That would be bad. What about this? Oh, here it is. It's Amahan Istexis, not Gahan Emexis is. Good thing I checked. See? That's personal growth right there. 2 different arcane glyphs. They do entirely different things when written and pronounced aloud. The second one is what I need for my counterspell. Now, all that's left is to get to the old ritual circle and cast this. I'll need your help again. The counterspell should set everything right in Tordrea. Things will be just as Magister Irin left them, and I won't have to face his furrowed brow. I'll need your help at the ritual site. Casting a spell this big is a 2-person job. The old ritual circle is a place of power, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. I plan to draw on the magic there to help strengthen my counterspell. Magister Irin told me about it. This probably isn't how he wanted to implement the lesson. Maybe? Old tales and myths always start from some truth at some point in time. The moats around here seem to be affected by more than my spell, is all I'm saying. I always expect the worst. I find it helpful. If luck is with us, maybe just some irritated wildlife we can deal with as we've done before. Or some of the bolder moats. But if there is some truth to the ancient tales, then maybe we find some sort of burly cranky wind spirit. The ritual circle is just up the hill. I'll meet you there.
Mana pintu keluar? Ramai pula orang dalam rumah.
I'm here. First, we need to set the ritual. There's 3 around the site. I'm here. First, we need to set the ritual flames. There's 3 around the site.
Okay.
Light the 3 ritual flames here. I'll get the ones on the altar.
Betul lah. Ada vengeful spirit ya.
Disturb not my rest, old creature.
Dah habis dah? 2 je ke? Satu lagi.
Almost there. It's done. The spell is set. Follow me. We should be able to see it materialize. Any second now.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
We did it! Come on, let's get back to the tower.
Apa kau buat, Amber?
I was turned into to a guar. A guar!
Of course, Huldressa. I promise to address the situation.
See that you do.
Huldressa sold me out, didn't she?
Well, let me speak to your associate first, Ember. Oh, you were witness to the events here. And as I understand it, you had a hand in bringing them to an end. For that, I thank you. And if you'll indulge me, I do have a few lingering questions. What in the world happened? I don't know what I expected, leaving her to her own devices here, even temporarily. Ember and Trouble are old friends. I can still feel the repercussions of this spell gone awry, as you say. Do I have you to thank for rectifying it? I see. As trying as she can be, she truly is a talented mage. She can be impatient. Given her natural inclination to magic, it's understandable. I always knew I was perhaps not the best teacher for her. I took her in because I knew I couldn't leave someone as skilled and impulsive as her to her own devices. But I have neither the time nor aptitude to teach her properly. It's my own failing. Speak to her, would you? I must collect my thoughts. Don't worry, Ember isn't in any trouble. While I am not pleased about my traumatized cook, I must concede that everything is back in order and the consequences of Ember's magic weren't dire. Still, I must consider what to do now. I don't mean to give the impression that Ember is incapable of learning. That's not the case. She's a bright mage, one of the brightest I've ever seen. Everything I've taught her, she's taken to like flame to parchment. But therein lies the problem. Just like a flame, Ember wants to devour everything around her. Her appetite for knowledge is ceaseless. That's good quality in a mage, but not necessarily one I'm equipped to deal with. By my own admission, I'm methodical, cautious. By the books. Exactly right. Ember needs someone who can keep up with her. Someone who thrusts themselves headlong into adventure so that she may temper herself and her magic beside them. Perhaps when I was younger, I could have been that for her, but not now.
Hey, you! Let's talk while Magister Irin collects his thoughts. I thought Magister Irin would be as mad as a wet dragon, but he looks amused. It's probably because he's wanted to turn Huldressa into a guar at some point.
Mana ada.
Won't admit it. And the fact that we fixed it all before he got here helped. Well, I've been thinking. I'm grateful to Magister Irin, but sitting and reading about magic has little appeal to me. This whole thing just proved to me that I'm too restless here. I want to do magic, not just study it. Go on adventures, see things. I think it's time. I've been given good training here, but I still have a lot to learn. For me, the best teachers are curiosity and experience. I learn best by doing. So I need to get out in the world and continue my training. Ember the Sorcerer. I like the sound of that. But that can come later. First, take this. It's not much, but you deserve it. I think we made a good team today. If you ever need a sorcerer who has your back, let me know. We'd have some fun.
Yeah, dapat companion.
Magister Irin, I'm grateful for your teachings and your patience. But I think it's time for me to move on.
The world is an excellent teacher for one of your talents, Ember. Do write me occasionally.
I should go pack my things. And say goodbye to Huldressa. Not a chance.
Ember has a sharp mind. It's her enthusiasm that gets in her way most often.
Like you.
So, macam mana nak buka companion F4? How the fuck I'm going to open? Okay.
Everything all
Oh.
right? Sure, I guess. Anything specific in mind? I grew up on the streets. To me, stealing, lying, sneaking about, and violence are all necessary aspects of survival. It doesn't have to be a moral thing. Need something? Oh, right. I'm learning a lot by being around you. I think Magister Erin would be proud. You...
Ah, okay. Understand. Okay. Oh, boleh pakai equipment tak? Okay, not bad. Okay, let's go fight. Oh, ada geng. Okay, try fight.
Try to keep moving.
Okay, so far not bad.
Working better than ever before. To work, right? Am I in trouble?
Oh, boleh naik skill. I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, dia pun ada kat kuda. Wait.
What's going on?
Wow. Okay, not bad. Kita bagi dia pakai.
And up we go!
Cool, bro, cool. Let's go. Oh, so cool. Hold on. Go on. Okay. Oh.
Yang macam malam. Ingin dia bila aku tengah cek. Aku tak ada cak dekat sini. Aku dah guna. Pasal tak pandang dia dah aku dapat berangkat kau. Lagi kot. Kau kan cari 3,000 lah. Betul lagi. Aku cakap okey aku. Aku lah bodoh lah. Kau tengok macam otak dia. Cakap mandung. Memang kat mandung macam tu lah. Dia macam aku jalan kat mandung. Ya. Aku cakap kena diri macam tu. Aku dah tak mandung dah. Macam datang. Aku decide nak kerja situ. Aku decide satu malam je. Aku orang kerja gila. Satu malam je. Aku decide nak kerja situ mandung. Lepas tu dah sampai tu. Aku dah balik mandung.
Oh, tempat ni.
Dia aku bulat je dari situ. Malas lagi kita orang. Orang dekat dia tu tu. Banyak tiga. Dia banyak head. Banyak sikit.
Good job juga. Ya, kita off lah. Okay, thanks all. Bye. Bye, thanks for watching.